after Saturday night, how are you feeling about what you're putting on tape and how you're playing on the field?
Feeling pretty good right now. I feel like still have a lot to learn, a lot to work on. Still learning, still maturing, and got a lot to do.
Be able to put together a pair of big runs like you did. I know one was negated by penalty, but does that kind of just make you kind of relax a little bit and say, "Hey, I can do this. I can be successful." Finally.
Yeah, after that first one, I was like, okay, I can hang with the big guys. It was pretty cool, having those runs, but I got to finish those runs, show that speed that I have.
Much better is your recognition, just being able to react rather than having to think too much from the start of OTAs to now.
Say it again.
How much better is your recognition? How much easier is it just to react instead of thinking about what you need to do in situations?
Every day, like every time we practice, it starts to slow down even more and more for me every single day. And those guys in my running back room, they continue to be on me and they continue to motivate me every single day. And without those guys, I probably have a hard time. But those guys in their room, that's the elite group.
How you developed that recognition? Is there something intentional you did, or is it just the more reps, kind of the more that develops?
I think it's the more reps I take, the more comfortable I get at it. I'm pretty sure it's for everyone, but it's the reps for sure.
Did you feel like you played a lot better or different in this second game compared to the first game, or was it about the same, do you think? And just the variables are different, so there was a few more yards there.
This game I was just more comfortable. First game was my first NFL game ever, so I was probably kind of a little timid, still trying to figure things out. But this second game I was more comfortable, and pretty sure these next couple of games it'll get better as well.
How do the joint practices provide that the 2 preseason games maybe didn't for you?
The joint practices they're very intense. Kind of I need those reps. It's kind of like game reps. So it's kind of we played 3 games last week. That's how intense it is. But it was nice seeing some of the other guys that I trained with from the other team too as well.
In a game situation, like in the game when you were playing, does James come up and talk to you while you're in the game in terms of stuff he sees, or does he kind of just let you be and deal with the game on your own?
He kind of in between. Some drives he'll let me be, but some drives he'll come if he sees something, he'll come sit by me on the bench and tell me like what to look for this time, and that's a great dude.
Are you starting to see also the development of your draft classmates, especially guys who are out there kind of leading the charge? Tip, Isaiah.
Yeah, excuse my language, they blocking their ass off. I sent Tip a clip yesterday. I said, "Hey, you blocking your ass off right here. Let's just keep getting better." And Isaiah and my other dog too. So this rookie class is elite. Even Rabbit got the pick on the other side of the ball. So it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot going on in this class.
Which clip did you send Tip?
The first run that I had was the first one I broke when he tapped me by my shirt, but Tip just moved the dude out the way like a lawnmower. So, I said it to him yesterday though.
You said after the game against New Orleans, you were really excited to go back and watch your first NFL film. Now that you broke off a couple of runs, was it a little bit more fun watching the film back?
Yeah, it was a little more fun because after the first game, I seen a lot of stuff, but we got a lot to work on. Like I said, that first game I was a little timid, just getting my feet wet, and I learned a lot from that game and just carried over to the next game.
Are you getting to the point where you're kind of anxious to have the games that count go, or are you embracing that you still have a couple weeks of run up before you guys have to play a game that counts?
Oh no, I'm still embracing it. I'm living in the moment. I'm enjoying every rep that I get, and just still trying to find ways to get better because I know I can be better.
What are some of the areas that you feel like you can improve on?
Really just not thinking. Well, when I had the ball in my hand, just going out there and playing. That's when I play my best, when I'm not thinking at all.
What's the biggest difference in pass pro between college and the NFL?
It's a lot more faster in the NFL. You cannot have a false – your eyes can't be in the wrong place because if your eyes in the wrong place, it can happen like this. College, you probably have a little more time, but you got to make sure your eyes in the right spot in the NFL.
How do you feel like you adjusted to NFL pass pro?
I'm still adjusting as we speak. I'm getting more reps at it, getting better at it every single day, but I think I'm adjusting pretty good.
You mentioned guys in the room being helpful. How's that dynamic with that? And that, of course, many of you are competing competing for spots.
Yeah, we competing, but it's like friendly competition. You know, they got my back, and I got their back, and not just like when I come to the sideline, it don't just be James, it be Mike, it be Tony, it be DJ. They all come to me and see what they see on the field because they want me to be great as well. But you know, it's still competition. But like those are my guys.
Who are you closest with in the rookie class?
Marvin for sure. We spent the 5 weeks that we had off. We spent most of our time together. Me and him spent probably almost that whole time off together. You know, just being great, really.
And what are the conversations like between you two?
Well, my first time ever meeting Marv, it was here. My first time seeing him in person. You know, I just watched him when he was at Ohio State, but when I first got here with him, he was just all about work. So and I was all about work too. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be around him a little more. So once we got off, you know, minicamp was over. We, you know, put in overtime with the LA. We even put overtime in here. We used to get up at 7 o'clock, so I came a little late sometimes. He used to get on me about it. He was like, you said you're going to be at 7 o'clock? I got in at 7:15 a couple of times, but, you know, Marv a good dude, and he pushed me to a level that I never thought I had.
What do you see from him, his work ethic and kind of the time he put in during those 5 weeks
He different. He a different dude. He about his business. And, you know, that's how I want to be. So you got to be around people that about their business because, you know, you'll adapt to that, and you'll be about your business too.
Aside from his work ethic, what was something that you learned about him?
He quiet around everybody else, but you know he kind of opened up to me and talked to me a little more. So I say he's funny though. He got a sense of humor. So you know that's my guy, and I'm continuing to grow that relationship with him.
Obviously, at this level, everyone has a strong work ethic, but what does he do that stands out in that regard?
Really, just I see how he just take care of his body. Like even when he's not hurt, you know, hamstring work, he always doing that type of work, and you know just being a pro. Really, he just came in the league, but he's been doing good being a pro. You know, even teaching me how to be a pro as well.
7 a.m. workouts, were they here or were they at some high school field or something?
We was here. We was here for sure.
If you could design the ideal run for yourself, what would it look like? Would you be running over people? Would you choose someone, break in the open field, and take it to the house? What does it look like?
I want probably I just anything using my speed really. So I wouldn't say run over no one, but I'll probably juke someone and just get up the field. Really, I just want to see green grass. Really.
With that relationship, I know earlier in camp there was the talk that Jonathan said about being real serious. You know, Marvin seems obviously to be that way too. Is that something that you guys have in common, even though privately, like you say, you might be funny?
Yeah, we joke off sometimes too. You know, we have a little fun, and but when it's time to get to work, we get to work and be serious for sure.
Your Seminoles play this Saturday at 9 a.m. You're going to be watching the game?
Yeah, it's 9 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching for sure. I'm excited to see my guys.
Thanks, Trey. Thanks.
continuity of being the same system now back-to-back seasons after having to go with two different systems is really paying off for you?
Yeah, definitely. Once you go, going back from my first year, trying to be a rookie, trying to lock in, learn the whole scheme, and then, having to scrap all that and going to a whole nother scheme, it definitely, I wouldn't say it was a setback, but it definitely was a learning curve. So, having this year to be able to come back with the same scheme, with the same coaches, and a lot of the same players, I definitely think it helps. I definitely feel a lot more comfortable and allows you just to go out there and play fast and free.
What were some of the things that the coaching staff gave you during the off-season, tips for you to work out and to work towards improving your game this year?
Yeah, I like how JG calls it. He always calls it, throwing your fastball. Whatever it's going to do to make you win, use it, And I think being able to express that, being able to, kind of play consistent and, maybe just a little bit more power, and then, throw a fastball and, throw a speed move off the edge. It definitely allows you to play fast and free.
How gratifying was it to get to the backfield not once but twice on Saturday?
It feels great. Every time I'm getting home, best feeling in the world.
How did you approach the offseason, especially after the end of last season when you didn't play in the last two games?
The same. I think a big reason to why I got to the NFL and got here was the consistency in my kind of my approach in my day to day. Whether it's waking up in the morning, eating the same breakfast, keeping that same routine, whether it's mobility or if it's like just light, bands or something like that, but just keeping it consistent every single day. Really not changing anything up because I know what works for me and keeping that consistency, through.
You mentioned you didn't gain weight this offseason. Is that right?
No, maintain. Going from my rookie season to my sophomore season, I gained about a good 10 pounds this year. I kind of just took that weight and kind of cleaned it up, and it's made it feel a little bit leaner.
How many different spots are they asking you to play in the front?
You know what? It's different packages here and there have me kind of bouncing around a little bit, but it's pretty consistent off the edge. We have sometimes I'll be rushing inside while sometimes I'll be playing the run from the inside, but it's mainly off the edge.
A lot of guys this training camp and in preseason have talked about Nick Rallis's trash talking. Well, what is it like having a young defensive coordinator who I imagine kind of relates with you guys on a lot of those levels?
Yeah, I love it. Having somebody to kind of shoot the shit with and being able to just be able to relate to and talk football with. It's great. It's like it's like having a kind of a player as a coach. So I love it.
Any trash talk that you can repeat that stands out?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep that to inside the walls. Yeah.
How did you feel the pass rush in the last game did overall, especially guys like Xavier Thomas, Vic?
Yeah, I will say this about us. Something I really love about this edge group on this team is we're a very tight-knit group. We're a pack of dogs out there all hunting together. So one of us eat, we all eat.
Did it surprise you? You talked about using your fastball, being an NFL pass rusher, that you don't need 15 different moves. Do one or two things really well. Was that a surprise to you that you didn't need maybe more in your arsenal?
That's a great question. So I'll kind of tie that back into my routine. I think kind of reflecting a little bit this offseason, what that fastball is for me. I'm a bigger, kind of more lengthier dude. So, if I could use that, use that in my rushes consistently. And then, I think, I'm kind of using more power here and there. And I get the O-lineman to think, this guy's going to bring the heat again, getting them to sit down a little bit. And then that's where that fastball comes in 100%. What that fastball is, it could be a couple different moves. It could be a side scissors, cross chop. That kind of goes back and forth, but it's being able to have a switch up and be able to have kind of a base. I think it's important.
Is it Zabin and Dennis kind of leading you guys in that room?
They're, they definitely do a very good job of, like I said, keeping a tight-knit group. I think they do a very good job of kind of keeping the consistency, and they do have a very big leadership role within our room.
When BJ went down, JG said that he didn't have to say anything to you guys in the room because you guys are all NFL players. Whenever that happened, did you guys talk at all about, hey, like it's time for all of us to kind of bring it up, or was it just business as usual for you guys?
You know what? Obviously, BJ is one of our brothers. Like I said, he's one of our dogs out there hunting with us. So when it went down, it was devastating to all of us. And everybody in that room knew that they had to pick it up because he was, he's a great player and he had a big role in this team. So yeah, I think we all kind of strapped it up, buckled the chin strap it up, and knew that we all had to do our part.
Do you hear the things that are being written and said about this edge rush group? Do you hear people questioning it? And if so, what's your reaction to it?
It's outside noise. It's not my control. I kind of just let it be.
With Coach Rob, how would you describe the job he does with a group that has a lot of different skill sets among different guys?
I think he does a fantastic job. I think he really kind of sets the standard. In our room, we kind of call it the pass rush mechanics, and if you could do you within those mechanics, you're gonna do a great job. And I think he does a fantastic job teaching those mechanics and then letting everybody kind of be them off those mechanics. I absolutely think he's a great coach and he really cares for his players.
You guys had 33 sacks last year. Your personal approach, how much emphasis do you put on getting the sack compared to disrupting a drop back to maybe forcing, some sort of bad play?
Every single snap you go out there, you try to do your best job, whether it ends up in a sack or ends up in a pressure or, you do your job and let somebody else come free. I think every single snap you're trying to go out there and do your best.
You notice from the new guys on the defensive line, is it making your job easier to get to the quarterback potentially with Darius, Justin, and Bilal?
Yeah, I love every one of those guys. I think they're all going in there rushing like madmen. I love Darius, and I like it the way he's been approaching the game, especially as a rookie. Dude is a freak in nature. He's just incredibly long, and he uses his length very well. And I know he will do a very good job in improving and helping this defense.
Thanks, Cam.
Thanks, Cam.